apartments. This is one of the big problems I see with EVs. You know, I hear all this stuff, oh, they're a bad winter, they catch on fire, all that. But the real problem I really see in EV adoption has always had to do with apartment dwellers. It's fine if you own a home, you have your own charger in the garage. They're a no-brainer because then you can charge it at home. You don't ever have to go to the gas station. Unlike everybody's worried about going and sitting at the charging station. It's like, well, no, you don't do that. So these apartments and this one company have come up with this concept that's a little different. So let's say you have a multifamily complex. They're not putting in level 2 chargers. They're putting in level 1 chargers, which seems a little odd because a level 1 charger only puts about 5 miles of electricity per hour into a vehicle. But let's say you have a plug-in hybrid or you have a battery electric vehicle and it's plugged in for 10 hours at night. That's 50 miles. That caps out all the plug-ins. And most people don't drive that much every day. So you'd probably, in that time, you'd probably be increasing the amount of battery versus the day before as it is. And it's kind of an interesting concept for apartment dwellers. Now, in my mind, the ones that I've looked at, they still are trying to figure out how to bill, the apartment dweller for the units. But my thought was more like, why not make it free? And I'm not saying because at the most, what's an apartment complex going to pay per month for each one of the EVs? Maybe $50. And it'd be easy enough to split that out on the rent increase from being able to have the demand for all the EV owners wanting to live there. And so it's a whole different concept. Plus, you're never really charging the vehicles that fast. And the reason this came up was because one of the apartments that wanted to put in level 2 chargers found out that the local grid couldn't handle them all of a sudden putting in a whole bunch of level 2 chargers at their location. There just wasn't the power to be that focused, but they could do level 1s.
By the time you start compounding and have more than one, it adds up really, really quickly. And I know this is level 2 talk, but even those Tesla supercharging stations and what those look like, it's a box store's worth of load. Around here, we've had them partner with a local grocery chain, Hy-Vee, and put them in, that effectively they're doubling the capacity requirement for a grocery store with the freezer section and everything like that. One of the things that people get caught with a little bit in those situations is the way higher bill demands are structured. They have a demand charge, which ratchets up. So whatever your top demand was throughout the year, you get charged that every single month. What we're starting to see with these EVs popping in, they ratchet up that demand charge, and people weren't necessarily calculating on that. So, well, it's like what you said, energy. Like, oh, it's $50. Well, it's not much. We're not going to take much energy costs in this. But those demand charges, gosh, they're a couple of bucks a kilowatt in cases. So adding a 250 kilowatt supercharger there, well, that's an extra $1,000 a month you're paying in just a demand charge to incorporate something. So I could see that from an apartment standpoint where we don't want to put in level 2s that have a higher demand. Let's keep our total demand charge a little bit down. So it's one of those concepts kind of different between power and energy and how we look at it from a utility standpoint. But it's one of those hidden ones where you start getting those in mass, like that stuff actually adds up.
It's just that do you put in the level 1s? I mean, a level 2 would be nice, but you think about it, if the people then go, if they really have to go on a trip, they could always go to a level 3 charger somewhere and fast charge. I mean, I see lots of people who have at their offices, they'll have a level 2 charger outside to charge up their car while they're at work and different things like that. It's not super common, but you're starting to see it more and more. But I really liked the concept because, like I said, if you're only putting 40 to 60 miles worth of charge on the car, you're probably not going to burn that off.
Yeah. And hopefully that's the way it ends up. You're using less than you're able to charge, even with a level 1. And over time, you build your battery back up. So you do have it at full strength.
Well, and then if the apartments put some solar on their roofs, it kind of offsets all of that too. They don't necessarily have to provide solar to the whole complex. They could just provide enough solar to charge the cars. But then they need some kind of battery thing for that too. But it's all what can you provide as services for your residents.
Hi, I'm David with EV World News. If you like this video, then please press the like button. If you like the content and would like to see more videos on electric vehicles, then please hit the subscribe button. If you have some feedback for us, please let us know in the comments. Have a great day.